Well, I grew up as a missionary kid in the Philippines, as you might know. And I went to school with some MAF kids at Faith Academy, and whenever their parents would their dad would bring them in to school after a holiday or something like that, they would, he'd go off to the airport and get in the plane and then come back and circle around the school, and all the kids from the school would be standing up on the veranda waving at the plane and stuff. And I just remembered, oh, that's so cool. I think I'd like to do that when I grow up. Always had that thought in my mind from, in high school. So I went to university, and as I was sorting out through what I wanted to do, I realized, I did want to do that. A guy came to the college from MAF, and I wanted to talk to him, of course, and he told me about some of the stuff, and I switched at that time over to another school where I could get A&P, the mechanics training, and started flying and started aiming toward MAF again. It was great. We first came out to Africa in 1984, but we had been with Pacific Missionary Aviation before that in Micronesia for a couple of years, and then we had always wanted to go with MAF, but MAF is kind of really stringent in its training, and I was a low-time pilot, didn't have much time, and PMA said, oh, come out here and fly with us for a while. And we actually asked the MAF recruiter guy, Don Barry, who was in the Philippines, what he thought of that. And he said, go ahead and go and learn what you can and
get
stuff
some
like
experience.
Get some experience and come back to us later. And that's the way it turned out.
What's the best part for you about working for MAF?
The best part?
Yeah.
Well, I love to fly, but it's more than that. I feel like it's just the perfect job for me. It's I love people. I love interacting with them, and I feel like the plane is a tool. It's like a tool that takes me all over the place and gives me the opportunity to make people happy, to bring them things that they need, to encourage them, the missionaries, if I can just bring the mail or bring in little food stuff that they can't get other places, some fresh vegetables or something, and encourage them to be going on in the work that they are doing but are discouraged with, and that's just a wonderful thing for me. I really love that. I love flying for MAF. It's like what I was created for. It's more than just flying the plane. It's the plane is a tool that helps me do the stuff that I want to do. Serving the Lord in that way is just really wonderful.
We are en route at this time to go pick up Maud Kells. This is actually going to be the first time she comes back after she was shot.
I was shot on the night of the 4th of January. These two bandits came running round the back of my house. One grabbed my night guard, the other one pointed a gun at me, and I thought he was just threatening me. I didn't realize it was alive. So I went to grab it, and he pulled the trigger. I could feel blood running down my back, so I put my back firmly against the wall to try to reduce the bleeding, and I stood there yelling for quite a long time because everybody was terrified to come out of their houses.
We got a call on the radio that Maud had been shot. We were really upset when we heard, and the whole team just jumped into action. When we got there, she was still in a bed, and the guys were trying to keep her alive. blood all over the side of the wall where she had been leaning up after she got shot.
And we put her in the airplane, flew her back to Nyunkunde, which is about a 2-hour trip.
When I got up to Nyunkunde, the MAF folks, the pilots, their wives couldn't have been more helpful. They were just so loving. So much of the healing process was really MAF caring for me, loving me, and just being so kind and so hospitable.
Without MAF's help, she would have died. There is just no two ways about it. Anytime she comes in like this, she always will bring a lot of medicines with her. She really has poured herself into that place, and I know the people are going to be very excited. I'm really looking forward to landing in Molita because everybody will be out there in force. I would imagine we will see the whole village. People will be singing and dancing with joy, and all the pastors, of course, will be there to greet her, to welcome her back. It's going to be really exciting.
I'm so grateful that I'm not paralyzed today or under the soil. It's all the Lord's grace, and it's all glory to Him that I'm very much alive. I'm just so grateful and so thankful. I probably wouldn't have survived it if it hadn't been for MAF.
Today it just was very evident. We got a slice of the appreciation, the love, and the concern that the people had for her, and the joy of having her back again.